so what they did in France is that they started to post on Instagram every woman who had a little bit influence around feminism or sexuality, and they started explaining us how we should talk about ourselves. And a lot of women, I would say most women, sadly, started speaking, saying birthing people, menstruators. In France, it's very common in the Instagram sphere. And most women didn't resist because, I don't know, they felt bad for the trans people. They wanted to be inclusive, la la la. And because I was one of the only one being like, no, I don't want to, they started to be very, very obsessed with me because I wouldn't comply. And they were like, but why is she not complying? Like, we need to like push her to comply. And that's how I started having more clear ideas, and that's how I became gender critical, because I kept reading. It kind of became an obsession for me too, because I was like, what's going on here? And I discovered how dangerous this ideology is for women. I started to understand what they're trying to do, changing words, and also making like sex disappear for the word gender. So I became aware of all that, and yeah, that's how it started.
Yeah, it's so amazing. It's very encouraging, actually. It's fantastic. I think that you could see that. Did you have doubts when they first called you a TERF, or were you quite sure of your own belief that you can't change sex?
No, I was like, they're ridiculous. I mean, for me, it was so obvious. I was like, it made no sense for me. I was, from the start, for me, what they were saying was just like a joke. I actually couldn't believe that they were trying to, like, I don't know. For me, I started to laugh when but what I don't find, I kind of find them sometimes funny and even intelligent, because they're so powerful and so organized, and they have such an amazing strategy to brainwash people like that. But what I don't understand, and I still don't understand, is how so many women fall in this trap. This is just, for me, it's just like, and at the end, it's really sad, because I thought that women were more ready to fight. And what I discovered is that so many women don't even see it, or like try to be so nice and so like have empathy all the time, that they're even ready to destroy themselves. So
yeah, I mean, I've read radical feminist ideas and been a radical feminist for a long time. So one of the things that links is the most a good explanation for me is something Mary Daly wrote, where she said that the imperative, the most important thing for every human being to do is to kill and destroy the female self. And that is true for men and women. So the men do it to the women, and we women are meant to do it to ourselves. So our first job is to kill the true female bit and to oppress ourselves and to be sort of plastic, just like they tried to do to you. They wanted you to be a puppet for and kill yourself, you know, your own ideas. And that rings true now, because I think that really is what a lot of women have done. They're saying, yeah, that we always did it, and we're going to carry on.
Yeah, and also what I think that a lot of women think is that what they feel, and a lot of women tell me that they think female is an insulting word. That because now I say, sometimes I describe myself as a femalist. Why? Because it's the only, I think we should keep the word woman, but it's just to make a point when I do interviews and stuff, so I want people to understand what is my position compared to what people call feminists today, liberal feminists. So that's the only way I found a way to like try to express that I'm only fighting for females. But a lot of women on my female sexuality page, because I'm not as radical on this page, because it's a very mainstream page, and I want women to slowly understand, but surely I don't want to shock them. I have quite two different strategies on the account. But when I say that I consider myself a female, a lot of women are like, but female, it's an animal. So, and I'm not an animal. And they feel very insulted by the word. And I'm just trying to explain them that it just means that you have a different reproductive system and a different body, and that's about it.